Oh, there we go. There we go. We got them. We finally got them. So yeah, we're looking at a black screen at the moment. Just give me a moment. Because this game is very special. I forgot to say that I was live on Discord, but the bot should take care of that now. And I did say that I was going to stream in about 10 minutes, so yeah. So yeah, I did play this yesterday, but we're gonna pretend that never happened. Hopefully all these options are fine. Interestingly, even though I'm using the GOG version now, it has all my settings still because I think the everything is saved into the like my documents section of your computer, so it reads it from the same place. So hopefully that won't cause any issues. I mean, it shouldn't, but you never know with this game, do you?
Now, at my end, I can fully see. My last case opened in me a new fear, a real fear, a fear of myself, of what I am, and of what I've always been. All that I was is now lost. Hope, purpose, pleasure, all meaningless. I now walk in the shadows between worlds, and it is there I have finally glimpsed upon what lives in the dark corners of the earth.
Hello, Vice. I hope you're doing well. Yes. Oh, so scary. I think according to Wikipedia, which means it might be wrong, but apparently they wanted to do There were plans at one point to do a follow-up to this, but who knows? 6.5 years ago. I have to say, I do like that intro at the start. I think it's very good. Hey, Grim. Brilliant. Back in the day when I used to play music before the stream started, that would definitely be the track I would have chosen.
Robert, this had better be good. What's the beef?
Sorry, Jack. We had to call. This fellow will only talk to you. Name's Victor Holt.
Would someone in
Don't know
1912 or
He's
19...
the leader of this weird cult that moved
Well,
in
it's
here a few months
1922, isn't
back.
it?
Got about 20 followers.
Would they say, what's
They've
the
been causing
beef?
trouble all over town. Stealing, going through folks' trash, hanging around outside people's homes at all hours. No one ever presses charges, though. They're a screwy bunch. They've got the locals scared. So tonight, we were just passing, you know, doing the normal rounds, when we heard gunshots fired from their property.
Gunshots? Hang on there. No one said anything about gunshots. Who have we got out here?
Eh, just me, Nichols, and a few new recruits.
Well, that's just great. Lead the way, Robert. I better check out this crazy gang of yours.
No, I was just wondering. I think I need to increase this again. We're up to about 7. Game is running okay.
Come on, Jack. We haven't got time to hang around.
Shh.
How you doing, kid?
Good, sir. Is it true what they say about you?
Depends on what they're saying.
That you've cracked cases where there was no evidence?
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Right.
Always questions I'm in no mood for answering. Always questions I'm in no mood for answering.
Jack, Officer Nichols will brief you at the top. Be careful.
No, don't get too excited yet.
I think I saw him with Officer Armstrong.
There's a part
Just
coming up
take it
that's
easy.
very crashy. That'll be the true
Evening, Jack.
test.
Glad you could join the freak show.
How's it looking, Henry?
I don't like this one bit, Jack. Check the alley on the right. Victor Holt's over there in the shadows. He's waiting for you.
Can we trust him?
Nope, but we've got you covered. You better take it slowly, though. They're a bit twitchy. Try to stay calm. You better hurry, Jack.
Strange cultist. Is that a part of the Call of Cthulhu lore, if that bodies instantly disappear and take their ammo with them, or weapons with them? I don't think so. I don't remember that from the pen and paper RPG. Nice rats though.
It's an old stove. It's hot and giving off a lot of smoke. It's too dark to be sure, but that rotting smell tells me these shelves are used for storing food. Probably food, and the rats have been at it.
This is dark, by the way.
Nothing of interest.
Even the game said so. Look at that art though.
This blasphemous image makes me feel uneasy.
Oh, nothing blasphemous about it. It's lovely.
This blasphemous image makes me feel uneasy. A powerful painting of some cosmic horror. A powerful painting of some cosmic horror.
I mean, if I walked into someone's house and they had these kind of pictures on the wall, I'd be like, cool.
A depiction of some alien creature.
Alien.
It's a strange painting, but it reminds me of something.
It reminds me of something too, but I can't put my finger on what.
That's an unusual design.
How can you even work out what that is?
These fellows have one curious art collection. That's an unusual design.
It's just a blurry texture. Yeah, it's definitely got a scorpion kind of feel to it. Yeah, I can say that. But yeah, I actually,
The board has been used to illustrate a diagram.
I think this part of the game's actually quite good as well. It's quite a good intro. I think it's quite effective. Yesterday I actually read this out.
As I continue to translate the narcotic fragments, I become
Before
more and more
picking it
eager
up.
to contact my Yithian masters. These beings truly are gods to us. Their intellect and knowledge surpasses ours in ways impossible to comprehend. I know now just how insignificant mankind is in the universe, a doomed and simple species thrown up as a side effect of an experiment by the elder things. It is a blessing that such flawed creatures as ourselves have such a short and limited future.
You have picked up your first journal item. Select the book icon in the interface to study your journal. It may reveal vital clues. When the book icon is grayed out, there are no new entries to read. Continue. You may notice, have you noticed something about the game? I've noticed it, but I don't know if you guys have. Not that, no. Something else.
That symbol's strange. Looks almost like a flaming eye. I should take a closer look.
Do you know what I really don't like about this game? See, when you use a door, you can't move. I don't know, it bugs me for some reason.
An old grandfather clock.
No, I'll tell you. The FOV is slightly wider. Because by default it's like looking down a tunnel.
It looks like an eye, but the rest of the painting has no real shape.
I think this looks a lot better. I'm not, like I said yesterday, I'm not usually an FOV complainer, but it's so tight before ruining the horror design. It's a bit ridiculous how like that the same fan patch works to different levels based on the version of it you have. It's just odd. Very strange.
The wood in those shelves looks rotten. It figures they'd collapse. The shelves have collapsed and spilled books all over the floor. It won't open. It won't open.
At last!
He seemed to recognize me. I don't get it. His body is covered in tattoos, and they were carved into his flesh with something sharp. The body's still warm, but he's definitely dead. Empty ammo boxes and spent shells. Nothing useful. An old wardrobe. Poisoning by the looks of it. He's dead. They're all dead. Suicide. Or rather, mass suicide. These nuts had some serious issues.
They're dead. They're all dead.
He's dead. They're all dead. Don't shoot. I'm unarmed.
Ah, we've been expecting you, Mr. Walt.
Damn. He recognized me. And it sounded like he was going to get on the level with what's going on in this joint. Damn. He recognized me. He's dead. Looks like a bad case of lead poisoning. That key could come in handy.
I know. Yeah, he's not very considerate, is he?
It's unlocked.
It's just bit.
I don't understand. I mean, all of these photos. All of them. There must be some kind of mistake. Why would they want me here? It must be an old case. Something I've forgotten. Some screwball with a grudge, maybe. Think. I gotta think. Another key. The fire's still burning. It must have been lit recently, but it started to die down. All these photos and clippings are of me. I just don't get it. From the dates on some of these clippings, this crazed mob must have been following me for years. Jesus, I'm a detective and I had no idea.
So this is the part where it crashes. So get excited for that.
It's unlocked. It appears to be a private study area. The drawer...
Read this first though. Local disturbance, September 6th, 1915, evening. So it's, oh yeah, this takes place before, it's like a, yeah, this is the prologue, so, yeah, they were apparently saying, what's the beef in 1915? Evening. I guess I'm becoming a victim of my own success. After closing the last 5 cases so fast, the papers have been calling me a local hero. I had a run of lucky hunches, that's all. I'm just another cop doing his job. So there's a disturbance at the local residence. Probably just a bunch of kids hopped up on moonshine. Why call in a detective? Maybe the uniform boys are sore at being out in this weather and they want to share the joy with the local hero. Wouldn't be the first good-natured prank I've had to take since those newspaper reports. I don't know though. Something doesn't feel right. It's more than just a regular bad feeling. It's hard to explain, but it's strong. I'm probably just tired. Those dreams don't help. I can't remember when I got a good night's sleep. Must be a month at least. Right about the time I started my run of lucky hunts. The dreams have been getting worse lately. I'm almost afraid to close my eyes. Bourbon helped at first, but not anymore. Lack of sleep must be affecting my nerves. Well, jitters or not, I better get going. I know, terrible, detective.
It holds an ancient manuscript. The symbols on the front seem to be written in classical Greek. For nutcases, they seem quite literate.
So, oh, this is awesome. If you open a door, if you jump and open a door, you get caught in midair. That is brilliant. Hold on. Why is that a thing? Why does the game lock you in the place when you open a door?
These books are really old, and most of them are in strange languages I don't understand.
Okay, well this is the bit where it crashes.
There are definitely some strange sounds coming from this side of the room.
It didn't crash? Wow. Oh no, it did. Spoke too soon. So yeah, really good game. I love it. You can get past it eventually. We did that last night, but usually beforehand, when it crashed before, it was when we looked at the mirror. But because I got past the mirror, I thought we were okay. No.
It's unlocked. It appears to be a private study area. The drawer holds...
I didn't read the other thing, did I? Enlightened, or the Boston Globe, 20th of August 1909. Enlightened or duped inside Boston's strangest church? Those of our readers who live near its headquarters in an ordinary looking Boston residence will need no introduction to the Fellowship of Yif, or whatever the cult's name is. For those who have not encountered this mysterious semi-religious group before, a few words of explanation are necessary. Since our country's founding upon the basis of religious freedom, its shores have been home to many small religious groups outside the mainstream. No small number are headquartered in the states of New England, where the pilgrims themselves sought a new world free of religious persecution. But the question must be asked, at what point does a religion become a cult and its trusting adherents, not to mention its blameless neighbours, become victims? That is the question this journal poses in regard to the Fellowship of Yif. In a month-long investigation, our intrepid reporters have diligently sought out the truth behind this so-called church. Its origins are somewhat mysterious, more so since the group's leaders declined to be interviewed or to assist our investigation in any way. However, it seems that the Fellowship was founded more than 20 years ago by one Victor Holt, based on a revelation he had received from beyond the confines of this world. No problem, Vice. Holt has not been seen for almost 6 years. His followers apparently believe that he is communing with the mysterious powers behind his faith, that he is shortly to return with new insights and teachings. All this sounds like a harmless, if eccentric, spiritual group, little different from many others. However, those who make their homes near to the Fellowship's headquarters tell a different, more sinister story. The adherents of this obscure sect are to be found loitering on street corners, casting menacing glances at their innocuous neighbours and frequently engaging in acts of petty crime, which the local police seem powerless to prevent or redress. Strange lights have been observed burning in the windows of the old house at all hours of the day and night. They change colour unpredictably and cast weird and unintelligible shadows. Even more disturbing are the noises which have been heard to issue from within the mysterious building. They include chanting, unearthly music, and worst of all, screams like those of lost souls in agony. Many of the sect's neighbours are convinced that its services include human sacrifice or similar atrocities. Those few who dared to complain to the police were told that because the house is private property, and because there is no concrete evidence of any wrongdoing, the most they can do is file a noise complaint. Are the horrors of Salem being reenacted in our city, more than 2 centuries on? This Fellowship of Yif engaging in unspeakable and criminal acts of worship, including torture and sacrifice? Why is nothing being done to ease the fear and distress that they cause to our community? A source within the police department speaking on the condition of anonymity tell the Globe that the Fellowship is suspected of involvement in a number of local crimes, but so far the lack of evidence and reluctance of nervous witnesses would have thwarted any official investigation. Very well, we say. Where the police cannot or will not investigate, the Globe shall continue to act in the interests of Boston citizens, fearlessly exposing the truth about the so-called church and its followers. Our findings will be published in these pages over the following months so that all may know the truth. Editor's note: it is with great sorrow that the Globe announces the death of reporter Howard Addlestone, who was leading the paper's investigation into the Fellowship of Yig when he apparently drowned in Boston Harbor. The coroner has ruled his death a suicide. Our condolences go out to his family.
Holds an ancient manuscript. The symbols on the front seem to be written in classical Greek. There are definitely some strange sounds coming from this side of the room. Shit, that did not hit. Well, that's just swell. Dead bodies, and plenty of them. Something dreadful has been going on down here. In all my time on the job, I've never seen anything like this before. From the markings, he must have been one of their own. I wonder if he volunteered. From the look of the corpse, he must have died a few weeks back. It looks like the bodies have been mutilated. If my instincts are right, I'd say they've been experimenting on each other.
Morning, Harvey. Hopefully you'll have another productive day today.
The stench in here is sickening. Most of these corpses have been here a while. Seems like these cabinets are used for storing chemicals and medical equipment. Seems like these cabinets are used for storing chemicals and medical equipment. Oh, shit!
I did, correct.
The crystal's still warm. There's no power. This tunnel feels like it's gonna collapse at any moment.
I was just curious to see if you could actually jump on that beam. Probably not. You have to make your own fun. I like you can see the hand to the left. Is that a weird FOV thing? Probably.
It's been more than 6 years since I entered that strange house in Boston. But to me, it was just 5 months ago. Amnesia, the doctors called it, probably brought on by acute mental stress. I remember investigating the far side of the library. There was screaming. According to the police report, they had searched the house for hours, only to find me later collapsed on the floor. When my eyes opened and I spoke, my colleagues recoiled in fear. There was something unnatural in my voice and blank gaze. They committed me to Arkham Asylum, where I was diagnosed with severe schizophrenia. As it became clear that I presented no danger to either myself or others, I was released from the asylum's care. I have learned little of my activities in the 6 years that followed. The accounts I've been able to piece together show much of my time was spent in travel and study. I maintained a fanatical infatuation with the occult, delving deep into volumes concerning witch cults and dark legends, often in languages unfamiliar to my own. When I reawakened 5 months ago, exactly 6 years after entering that house in Boston, no trace was left of what had been a secondary personality. I was myself again, or at least what I believed myself to be. Return to normal life has been a painful process. In recent days, my dreams have been plagued by cosmic landscapes, and I've become fearful of my own reflection. I am beginning to remember things from that day, more than 6 years past, that I've told no one else. Jack Walters.
Hello, Mr. Walters. My name's Arthur Anderson. I need your help finding a missing person.
I don't take that kind of job.
Did you get my package?
Hold on. What exactly do you want from me, Mr. Anderson?
It's one of my store managers, you see. Brian's his name. Brian Burnham. Nice lad. He disappeared recently from the First National grocery store in Innsmouth.
Innsmouth? Never heard of it.
It's a small fishing town on the coast, not far from Arkham. I'd like to see you in person before you leave.
Hold on there a minute. I didn't agree to take this what the hell? I'll be here all day anyway.
New client, February 6th, 1922. Night. I have a new client, Mr. Arthur Anderson, the regional manager of the First National grocery store chain. It appears that the First National grocery in Innsmouth was recently burglarized, and its manager, one Brian Burnham, is missing. From what I have been able to gather, Burnham is something of a young rogue, a friend of the family. Mr. Anderson gave him the job as a favor. Burnham is looking like the prime suspect for the robbery, but there are a few things that don't add up. Not to Anderson and not to me. For instance, why would Burnham force an entry into the store when he had a full set of keys, free access to the cash register, and the combinations to the back office safe? To misdirect any investigation? If that was his plan, why did he disappear? Following my conversation with Mr. Anderson, I found out what I could about the ancient town of Innsmouth. For generations, the crumbling seaport and its people have been shunned by neighbouring communities. Outsiders are unwelcome there. There are superstitious tales of a strange element in the town's oldest families. They are of mixed blood, so the stories go. Whatever that's supposed to mean. The usual Hicktown prejudice, no doubt. After making a brief visit to Innsmouth, my client came away distrustful of the local authorities. He isn't buying their line that Burnham robbed the place and wants to know what happened to him. Only one bus goes to Innsmouth, and tomorrow afternoon I'll be on it. It feels good to have a purpose after 5 months trying to break free my amnesia. I also feel a little apprehensive. Maybe it's the wild stories about town, or maybe it's just because I haven't had a case in so long. So yeah, let's go.
Driver, how far to the stop?
It's almost there. I'll drop you at the town square of Innsmouth.
Apparently this Joe Sargent guy is also voiced by John St. John.
Looks like that interfering with our affairs.
Is the bus from Arkham always this empty?
Aye, and we prefers it that way. Not many come to Innsmouth.
But what about trade? Surely the port needs business.
Innsmouth has the means to look after her own. This is it, stranger. End of the line.
So this part of the game I should be able to get through a bit quicker because I know roughly where to go and who to talk to. I might still take the time to talk to people that you don't have to, but... Local shop for local people. No strangers here.
Evening.
Aye.
The name's Jack Walters. I'm just visiting.
You don't say, sir. Gilman. Charlie Gilman. I run this here hotel of an evening.
You got any rooms?
I'd not rightly know that for sure. All habits cleaning rooms at present. Them's from out of town can leave a horrid mess.
Talking to this fellow's getting me nowhere, and he's more than a touch creepy. If I need a room and I'm desperate, then I'll come back.
Foreshadowing.
Could you direct me to the First National Grocery Store? I hear they have a shop in town.
I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, well, you see, I'm looking for a young lad called Brian Burnham. I'm a friend of the family. He worked in the store.
Don't know who you're talking about, fella.
Yeah, it's a good question.
The First National's a large chain. You sure you haven't seen it?
I'm sure. Stop bothering me with questions.
Even when you jump, it looks weird when you hit the ground.
I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
Can't help you.
Oh. I think I need to go down there. But let me just check if there's a certain someone here. Yes.
Evening. The name's Jack Walters. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss...
Miss will do for now. Welcome to Innsmouth, Mr. Walters.
Thanks, I think.
Take my advice. Do what you must and then leave. Tonight, this port does not cater well to visitors.
While I appreciate your concern, miss, I can handle lousy hospitality.
Very well, Mr. Walters.
Hello again.
Mr. Walters.
Look, miss, I only want a conversation. There's no harm in that, right?
There's plenty of harm.
Jack is so
it's
smooth.
not wise to be seen gossiping with outsiders.
Oh.
How about playing dumb for a few minutes?
No.
The stream's stuttering again.
She's too frightened to talk to me, but this lady knows something.
Why is it doing that? Say. Let me save. I think we did fix this problem last night. By using the NVIDIA control panel. I'll do that again and see if it helps. I mean, it seems mostly okay. But yeah. There's something, it's something about this area in the game. It just causes, for whatever reason, causes OBS to chug up really badly. And I don't understand why. We even got up the task manager last time, and it didn't really display any difference. In fact, it doesn't really take up much power at all, or whatever. It doesn't use up much of your computer. Let me just open that. Okay. Maybe that will help. Probably not. That's a weird thing though, because you know, you can't really look that up because it's a very specific streaming problem. It if you're playing the game just normally, you wouldn't notice it. And this happened last time as well. You can see his arms if you look down really quickly. That's funny. For some reason, when you do that, the mouse sensitivity goes really high, and you need to put it all the way down to 1. Is it brighter now? Or am I just making that up? It's probably about the same. It's just me going crazy. That's what happens when you play Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth. But yeah, it seems to be a lot smoother now. OBS isn't struggling with it at the moment anyway. I don't know, that's just really odd. At least we find some sort of solution for it.
It's just an advertisement for the local Methodist church.
Yeah, it's probably just me being crazy grim.
From what I've seen of Innsmouth, I bet they don't get many takers.
Ah, my boys, these are the joys of the noble and the brave, who love a life in the tempest strife, in the home of the mountain wave. When the driving rain of the hurricane puts the lights of the lighthouse out, and the growling thunder sounds his gong, and the whirlwinds battle out. Ha ha! Do you think that's the valiant strength? No, no, we were bold and brave, and we loved the fight in the wild midnight, in the storm of the mountain wave. The timbers creak and the
I've had enough.
Who's that there? Oh, can you spare a few pennies, young mister? I can give you something for your generosity.
Who are you?
Zadok, that be my name, though too few use it now. Zadok Allen.
Do you know a Brian Burnham?
Just a young'un. Worked over the store. He's gone. Killed, I reckon.
Killed? What makes you think that?
Them's from out of town running a store. Taking business from the Order of Dagon. They'd not accept that.
What else can you tell me about this port?
You just bring old Zadok a bottle of something nice, and old Zadok will fill your ears.
If you pardon my asking, have you lived here in this port all your life?
Last 37 years in old lady Warren's house. Before that, over by fishing cannery. Cannery.
Old Lady Warren's house?
Go and fetch me a bottle of something to wet old Zadok's whistle, and I'll tell you all.
I think Zadok is a lovely name.
What can you tell me about Innsmouth?
Just fetch me a bottle of fine liquor, young fella.
The old drunkard knows something. I don't think it would take much to get his tongue wagging.
With the patch, like the fan-made patch thing, you can actually increase the movement speed and activate like cheats and change like the damage property for weapons and all that stuff. I left it all the same, but I thought that was interesting that you could do that. Hopefully there's at least one room.
It's unlocked.
Objects can be pushed when there's scratches on the floor. The best detective ever.
Assorted paperwork, but nothing of any real interest. There's a bottle of bootleg rum and a wooden handle.
Yeah, it seems like with the increased FOV, you occasionally see things you're not supposed to see, but it's fine. It's not a big deal.
Whoever's down there, you can rot.
Grocery store robbed, manager missing. Thieves have robbed the First National grocery store in Innsmouth, breaking down the door and forcing open the cash register. The newly appointed manager, Mr. Brian Burnham, has been missing since shortly before the robbery. This is a very disturbing turn of events, said Mr. Arthur Anderson, First National's regional manager, from his Arkham office. This branch had only recently opened, and the First National grocery had high hopes for its success, given the general lack of modern stores and amenities in Innsmouth. The robbery is a definite setback, and more worrying is still the fact that the branch manager remains unaccounted for. Innsmouth authorities could not be reached for comment. Diary of Brian Burnham. Well, I agree with the locals on one thing. I shouldn't be stuck in this miserable excuse for a town. I can see why nobody comes down here, that's for sure. I never slowed down at the store. At first I thought people were staying away because First National isn't local, but I haven't seen anyone go into any of the other stores either. Come to that, I haven't seen the other stores open for business. This place is deader than dead. Still, it won't be long before I'm out of here, before we're both out of here. Here's the one good thing about Innsmouth. We'll bust open the old man Waite's safe, take a car, and then it's New York City. Woohoo! Bright lights, nightlife, everything. I'll show her all of it.
It looks like a diary. It's gotta have some clues. Various chemicals and apparatus for developing photographs. Various chemicals and apparatus. Old photos of Innsmouth. Most of them have faded beyond recognition. Old photos of Innsmouth. Most of them have faded beyond recognition.
Watch out for ammo pickups. Ammo will always carry across to the next chapter, but the quantity you can carry for each weapon is capped. The interface shows the total rounds you're carrying, including those in the gun. Now there's this door on the right that soft locks every time. I'm actually going to continue to ignore it because I know there's a save point here, and we can try it once just to see if it's any different. Some doors you encounter will be bolted on one side. Action the bolt to unlock or lock the door.
Hello, Jack.
Do I know you?
Lucas Mackey. Sorry to startle you. Innsmouth doesn't get a lot of visitors. New names spread fast. What are you doing in town, Jack? Hear about the missing Burnham boy?
Not bad. I'm a private detective. My client's a friend of the Burnhams.
Seen the latest press from Arkham? Your boy's been quite busy.
What about you, Mackie? You're obviously not a local. What's your business in town?
True enough, Jack. Nothing too exciting, I'm sorry to say. I'm a government factory inspector. They posted me in this rotten hole to check over the old Marsh refinery. Speaking of which, I've got an appointment with the manager, Jacob Marsh.
Okay, maybe I'll catch you later. That's the first friendly face I've seen in this damn town. But I've been in this business long enough to know he's hiding something.
I wouldn't say he's particularly friendly, either. Arkham Advertiser, 7th of February, 1922. Innsmouth robbery, missing manager accused. In yesterday's edition, we reported on a burglary at the recently opened First National grocery store in Innsmouth. The case took a new turn today as authorities in town named Bram Burnham, the store's manager, as a suspect in the case. Burnham has not been seen since the robbery and is thought to have left the area. It is a very straightforward case, says Chief Constable Andrew Martin in response to inquiries by the Advertiser. This young man simply robbed his employer and fled. I'd imagine he's out of the county by now, if not the state. The Chief Constable dismissed concerns expressed by First National Groceries Regional Manager, Mr. Arthur Anderson, that Burnham may have been kidnapped or injured.
Holy shit!
It didn't soft lock? Amazing. Amazing.
Nothing
See?
of interest.
I used that Twitch money to get this version.
Nothing of
well
interest
worth
here.
it.
Can't see anything of use.
There's actually nothing of real.
From the stench in here, this noose broad must have kicked it a few months back. The poor woman must have taken her own life.
So yeah, there's actually nothing in that room apart from that little jump scare cutscene, I guess. I wasn't sure if your man was here or not.
You better keep your trap shut.
I won't tell him anything.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
Can't rightly say as I know him.
This town's deserted. Where is everybody?
If you don't like it, just turn around and leave.
Tempting offer. Tempting. Probably don't really need to save again, but sure, did it. Are you referring to an incident that happened to yourself, Groom?
Where can I find this Thomas Waite?
Dock Street. Back in old lady Orne's house. In my home. Psst, mister. You just bring old Zadok a bottle of something nice and old Zadok will fill your ears. Why, you're uncommonly kind, young feller. Here be a little something in gratitude that might help you in your search.
Nice, Grim. That's what I like to hear.
Now you be calling me crazy. Like them that's there rumoring and anchoring in Ipswich. But old Zadok's seen all manner of wicked things since before you was born. Old Captain Obed, where it all began, telling desperate folks they'd order get better gods. Them's that'd answer their prayers.
Didn't the Christian folk of Innsmouth object to such blasphemy?
Aye, they did. It were around 46 that many folks in town were done with Obed and his ways. And all that wild preaching and too many missing, you see. A party of good folk followed Captain Obed's crowd out to the reef. Shots were fired. Next day, Obed and 30 of his followers were in jail. And for weeks all were quiet, till that artful night of 46. Them's out outside reckoned out it being a riot. But I'd seen them, swarms of them.
Look, old man, I don't have time to listen to these fishing tales.
Oh, psst, was a massacre. The jail thrown open. Mounds of the dead and the dying. Shooting and screaming and shouting all across the town square. Come morning, the mess was cleaned up. Old Obed and his family takes charge, they did. Folks were told to keep shy of strangers if we were knowing what was good for us.
Zadok, who did all this? Who did all...
Said the old captain was now deeper in debt to his heathen gods. They were hankering for more than just sacrificing. Obed told folks they had to take the oaths of Dagon.
What the hell are these oaths?
You just asked old Wes about oaths of Dagon. Aye, he take the third oath. Just head over to his hole in the Dock Street. Then you'll see, for definite.
He's given me a key to the town poorhouse. It could come in handy.
I like the Max Payne tutorial. I like the button that allows you to respawn more enemies. That's hours of fun right there.
Where did Captain Obed Marsh learn of these heathen matters?
In war and foreign parts, the old fool I lent to ways of making gains, doing heathen things. He found a tribe of Kanakis in the South Seas led by a savage. Chief went by a name of Wallachia. And his tribe never went without food, for they had all the fish they could catch. Old Obed learned from his Wallachia that these things on this earth as most folks never heard about. Seems these Kanakis was worshipping undersea gods, with heaps of human sacrifices and other heathen things. But they was getting all kinds of favors in return. Plenty of fishing and even gold now and then.
Human sacrifices? Maybe you've had just a bit too much.
I don't blame you for not believing it, young fella. But just answer me this. Why did Captain Obed roll out to the reef of Satan and chant a lot of rites and incantations in the dead of night? So loud you could hear 'em all over the port. He cast something in the water that eve, out the other side of Devil's Reef. Some kind of thingamajig crafted out of lead. 'Twas given to him by Wallachia.
So, what happened?
Well, not long after that smoke started coming, out the chimneys at the old gold refinery. The Marsh family and those that had joined with Obed in his ways has started prospering in the esoteric order of Dagon. Came into being with his Ethan sermon. That shit they do.
What kinds of ceremonies?
Yeah. Get out of here, lad. Don't wait for nothing. They'll know now.
I think he's had his fill for the night. Zadok. Zadok.
Curse you, lad, for staring at me with them eyes. The old Captain Manel, and he's staying there. He can get me. He can't. No, he can't get me. I had nothing done. I ain't done nothing or told nobody nothing.
A seedy-looking bar called The Garden. Unfortunately, it's shut. Are you okay, old-timer?
Huh? Yeah, leave me be.
Hello.
Mr. Walters, I must speak with you.
It's Jack. And just hold on there a minute, sweetheart. Are you gonna even tell me your name?
My name's Rebecca Lawrence, and unless you want to join Innsmouth's long list of missing, I'd urge you to follow me.
Missing, huh? Like Burnham?
Of that, I'm not sure. You'd be better off asking the Billingham's daughter, Ruth. She was dating Brian.
What? Who's Ruth?
Quickly, we don't have much time. You've got to follow me. Jack, Innsmouth is a strange place. There are things that have no business being here. Foul, reeking things.
Strange. Trust me, I'm good with strange.
That remains to be seen, but I can help you. My father discovered this strange sign while studying an old manuscript. It seems to ward off the more unusual elements in Innsmouth. Whenever you find one, you can use it to find a moment of sanctuary. Now, I must leave before we're seen together.
I've seen that eye-like symbol somewhere before, but never surrounded by a star.
Okay.
It's unlocked.
Monitor your heartbeat and breathing carefully. Oh, and it still does that thing where little, I don't know, pause that you have to wait for before you can
If
move.
I see you with outsider, I'll report you to order.
I'll not say nothing.
I have a strange feeling I'm being watched. This town's deserted. Where is everybody?
Please stop bothering me, stranger.
Do you need any help? Disease is rampant in this town.
Imagine walking up to someone like that, just saying disease is rampant in this town and then walking away.
Where is everybody? It's very quiet.
If you don't like it, just turn around and leave.
I know it's his inner monologue, but we can always
It's the
pretend.
entrance to the town poorhouse.
Since old Lady Warren's passed away, the food is rotten, but we'll die soon enough.
What are you looking at there, old-timer?
Nothing. I'm just looking. What you doing in old Warren's house, young feller? This hole is for the broke and the dying.
I'm trying to find Dock Street.
It's out back of the house. Everything in Innsmouth is rotten and dying. Windows boarded up, and all sorts of curious barking and crawling around black cellars and attics. How'd you like to be living in a town like this, feller?
I've been to more welcoming places. I don't think he's been outdoors for years. He isn't gonna know anything.
That's a very dismissive attitude for a detective.
That Zadok Allen tells some wild tales.
Aye, Zadok's a troublemaker, I tell you. If he weren't such a drunken old fool, he ought to have sorted him out before now.
Innsmouth must have an intriguing past.
Innsmouth's a historic town, stranger. Plenty of history here.
Do you know anything about the robberies of the 2 stores in town?
No, can't help you there, fella. I can only tell you what I seen from this here window, and that ain't much of nothing.
Well, good luck with that, I guess. True, Harvey. I like the moths more than the people.
The old woman's dead. She must have kicked it a week back, or more. It won't budge. It won't open. Where is everybody? It's very quiet.
I reckon you might have scared him off with that ugly face of yours.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
You're in the wrong place, asking the wrong questions, outsider.
Hello there, little lady.
Hi, sir.
Are your parents at home?
Daddy's at work, and Mummy's upstairs in the attic. She's been bad.
I see. So, what's your name, little lady?
Ramona?
Well, Ramona, could you get your mommy for me?
Nope. Mummy bites. Daddy says we've got to keep her up there for her own good.
Excuse me?
When I go near the door, she growls. I don't love Mummy like I love my daddy.
You don't say. Ramona, I really need to speak to your daddy. Do you know when he'll be home?
Soon, I think. You can wait inside if you like. Daddy won't mind. I'm drawing pictures with my crayons.
That would be great. Thanks. I should check the place over while I've got the chance.
Really?
Nothing of interest. Nope, nothing of interest. It won't open. A house plant.
It won't open.
What are you drawing, Ramona?
Pictures of Mummy and Daddy.
What are you drawing, Ramona?
Pictures of Mummy
won't
and
open.
Daddy.
It won't budge.
Hello, Fred Gant.
It won't budge.
I hope you're spoiling a nice spud tonight.
It's a recent family photo. The corner's been torn off. I can only see Thomas and Ramona Waits in the picture.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Harvey.
An old chest of drawers. It won't budge. The door's bolted shut.
Not tonight. Scary bit coming up. I think that's pretty good. Even the second time, it's a bit. Remopolis, I love it. I love it.
What's happening to me? Looks like a diary.
After such a horrific event, he's just so jolly and cheerful. Looks like a diary. Oh, this game. Diary of Thomas Waite. Is it? Correct me if I'm wrong, Fred. But wasn't this around the time when you came in last night? The last entry in the diary is from today. It reads, "Another sleepless night. I lay awake listening to the movements of that thing that I married pacing about her locked room. Damn the esoteric order of Dagon, damn the oaths. Damn the town fathers for not hanging Obed Marsh when they had the chance. No burning him and his whole filthy clan. I wish I could just leave, abandon my sham of a marriage, leave the store to rot, start a new life far, far away, but I'm trapped here. Every time I look at Ramona, I know it. Watching her sleep in her beauty and innocence, my heart feels like breaking. She has no idea of what she will become. Yesterday was her 10th birthday. The change cannot be far off. Her birth gave me such joy, so much that I still use the month, day, year as the 4-number combination for my safe in that order, starting clockwise. It is as though I am trying to preserve that date forever and deny the inevitable horror. I sometimes think of killing her, an act of mercy before she starts to manifest the horror. God forgive me, but she is my daughter, and I could never harm her. She is blameless in all this. When the time comes, Innsmouth will be the only place for her. Until then, I must stay here to watch over her. It is my penance, my atonement for creating her life with her chosen mother. After she joins them, if the grief does not kill me, my life will be my own once more. Not that I know how I will have the strength to go on without her." Yeah, it is.
An old wardrobe. Nothing of interest.
What a lovely attic. Indeed, Fred.
Oh, God. No.
They've taken the last thing I loved away from me.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize what was up there. What the hell was that thing?
There's no time to explain. They'll be here soon. Listen to me closely. You've been the talk of the town all day, asking after the Burnham lad. I heard he never made it to Boston, that he was caught by the order of Dagon.
Did he pocket anything from the store's safe?
Thankfully, no. It's sturdy. He'd never have wrenched it open with a crowbar. There's something in there that needs protecting from the order. You've got to get it out of Innsmouth. Take the key to the back of my store. The safe combination's in my diary, upstairs. Hurry, Jack!
What the hell's in the safe anyway?
You've gone too far this time, Waite. We're taking you in for murder. You'll swing for this.
Wait, he didn't do anything wrong.
He killed his own daughter. It sounds less than blood. There's plenty wrong with that. I'm reckoning you do well to mind your own business, stranger. In Innsmouth, we handle things by the old ways.
Blimey.
It won't open.
There's no way to to break that safe. You should go take the valuable thing. We mustn't let the order have out of the safe. Yes. We played this yesterday and I can't remember what's in the safe, honestly.
Jack. Oh, thank God I found you. Waite's been arrested for the murder of his daughter.
I know. It's my fault, Rebecca.
What are you talking about, Jack? What's your fault?
There was something in the attic. Some kind of animal, and I let it loose. It's all my fault. The police dragged Waits off. He can't take the fall for this. He's done nothing wrong. We gotta do something.
Guilty or not, the Order will see him lynched for it. There's nothing you can do. Oh, you must have taken quite a bang in there, Jack. Your head's bleeding.
Yeah, I think I was out of it for a little while.
I see you've got some bandages. Use them on your head. It'll help you heal. You're not losing too much blood. You won't need a suture.
Thanks, Rebecca.
The healing system's a bit odd. There we go.
It's unlocked. Nothing of interest. Nothing of interest here.
Cash register.
Won't budge. Can't see anything of use. You don't look like your standard crook, sweetheart.
Jesus, you crazy sap! Who the hell are you?
Jack Walters, private detective. And considering your recent break-in and entering, how about I ask the questions?
Have you any idea who I am?
No, and I really don't care.
Got him.
My family has influential contacts in the Order, so I'd advise you to mind your manners, sir.
I'm from out of town. The Order doesn't hold much sway with me.
Really? Out of town, you say? How interesting. I'm Ruth. Ruth Billingham.
Huh. You're Brian's broad. That figures.
Brian? I don't believe I know a Brian.
Yeah, right. I've been fed that line 1,000 times, and from much better liars than you. Look, Ruth, the rumor around town is that your lover boy's in the hands of the Order.
What? No, that's not true. They'll have him killed. It was all my idea. I just wanted a clean break from here.
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. You're the detective. You think of something. I'll be waiting out at the old fishing cannery the next 2 nights, just past the abandoned railway station to Rowley. When you find him, give him this. He'll know it's from me.
Hello, Bon. Yes, I am. I'm not gonna read this. I was just saying about his amnesia and stuff. I've read pretty much everything over, but I'll leave that one, sure. What is that? Is it? trying to do it from memory, but probably mucking it up.
I must have made a mistake.
Just need to look up what date it is again.
Mistake.
Okay. I like this NPC. She's pretty in that kind of plain, shitty, absolute garbage way. Looks like someone threw refuge into a grinder of rotten meat and ground them dope into a fine adhesive paste to shape into a rough facsimile of an abomination of an ideal of a person. Oh dear. I wonder why, Tony. Hello, Tony. I hope you're doing well. Oh wait, did I do this before?
I must have made...
It's a little bit better, Tony. It's not majorly better. Okay, good luck with Lemmings, Grim, and I'll see you later. In this search for any kind of satisfaction, I'll keep looking. Have fun.
A mistake.
That's not it. What way did I do it before? It is February, isn't it? The month.
I must have made a...
Yeah. Pretty sure it is. Yeah.
Mistake.
Everyone thinks they've seen this game before. It's because many games emulated it after its rousing and critical public success. Few games in general could ever compare to Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth. Even the greatest of its own genre cannot possibly get out of its shadow. Indeed.
Yes, that's it.
I don't know what I did differently there.
The safe holds a heavily bound manuscript. The front is embossed with the words, Book of Dagon. It's getting late. I'd better start making tracks. I don't much fancy spending the night in this hole.
It'll be fine. It would be like getting a tattoo if it says tattoo of above it. Tattoo. Tattoo, man.
Do you have board for the night?
We've plenty on the top floor of the house. Nice views over the town, I'm told.
Great. That sounds just swell.
Oh, yes.
Hey, you all right there, sir? You're starting to look kind of funny there for a while. Face as white as bone and eyes as black as coal. Like you'd seen a ghost or something.
I'm fine, thanks. It's just the sea air around these parts. It makes me queasy.
The Innsmouth's breeze is not for your outsiders.
Charlie, can you come with me? I need to be telling you something. Perfectly.
Yes.
Excuse me, sir. The Innsmouth law doesn't like to be kept hanging about. I'll be right back with you shortly.
It's a good voice. Like, you can tell it's him, but, like, you can't tell it's him at the same time. Quite impressive. He does have talent.
It's locked.
Locked. I need a key. It's boarded up.
It won't open.
It won't open. It won't budge.
It won't budge.
How did I know? How did I know?
It's the key to the back office. It's unlocked.
I think Big the Cat's probably his most, like, unusual voice. But, like, he's done voices all over the place. He voiced Dr. Rosenberg in Half-Life Blue Shift. She were a lively one and no mistake. I kept her going as long as I could with the music she were making. Such a pair of lungs. And after she were done, I found those lungs on her look as good as they sounded. Maybe I'll keep them. Her liver was particularly sweet as well. I never much wanted to go to New York, but if they were all talk as much as this one, I reckon I ain't missing much. As soon as he woke and saw the knives, he was away talking and pleading and bargaining for his life. All of them words made me dizzy, and I had to take his tongue first to stop him. In future, I better wait a while after they eaten dinner, for his inwards stank awful. The bones were nearly all out before he died. I was real careful around the arteries so he didn't lose any more blood. That could be helped. It lasted a lot longer for it. Flesh moved on its own as he tried to work the arm. But with the bones gone, there weren't nothing it could do, just twitch. I took it out the strap so it could move free, and I watched. The new guide worked much better, and he was more quiet than the rest. Hello, PZ.
I wonder what secrets this book holds.
Yep, part 1. Starting over.
Nope, nothing important here.
If you just follow me, sir, I'll show you to your lodgings.
What was your suggestion?
I heard there was a killing over at the old Waits house tonight. They reckon the old fool killed his own daughter. Caked head to toe in her blood, they says. And had to be dragged away, screaming and crying.
No.
I reckon there'll be a lynching for what he done.
Sure, we used NVIDIA control panel and that fixed it. You know, to force the phasing. That worked out. I didn't change the encoder. Fred's spreading misinformation there.
It won't
The
budge.
encoder's the same.
You're still looking pallid, sir. You're needing to have yourself some rest. Sleep well, and keep down the racket. Us Innsmouth are quiet folk.
Rigged? It's definitely not rigged. I can confirm. No rigging here.
I just don't feel safe going to sleep yet. I can't sleep here. It's not my room. Nope, nothing of interest. I just don't feel safe going to sleep yet.
The glorious moments coming up. To quote Fred Gant, is it?
An old chest of drawers. Nothing of interest. It won't budge. An old wardrobe.
I don't know what way I did this last night.
An old chest of drawers. Nothing of interest.
Computers don't do random well, is what Fred has taught me.
It's locked.
It's never truly random.
It won't budge. It won't budge. It won't budge.
Okay. Oh, I need to push something. Oh, I need to.
The room's cold enough without opening the window.
I actually don't remember how I did this last time. I must have done it without really thinking. I hate it when that happens. I might have heard it before at some point, but I don't remember.
It's too heavy to move. An old wardrobe. It's late. I don't think it'd be wise to wake the other guests. Better. Not exactly safe.
That doesn't make any sense.
The best I'm gonna get in this infernal town.
Oh, the second door isn't bolted. It's... I guess the logic behind that is that, like, it's an inside door, so it doesn't need to be bolted. Whatever. The Gilman Hotel, February 7th, 1922. Early evening. Innsmouth turned out to be more dilapidated, depressed, and unwelcoming than initially expected. The stench of rotten fish fills the air. While poverty and disease lie festering in every cobbled back street, only a few of the inhabitants have been at all cooperative. The others are evasive and sometimes downright hostile. Logic. Well, you know, what's a better word for it than that? The reasoning behind that. My detective's instinct tell me that they're trying to hide something. Of course, I could simply be prejudiced by their look and manners. They're almost ugly enough to get me believing those local tales of the Innsmouth tint. Even so, I've been able to make some progress. Finding Ruth Billingham was a lucky break. She's convinced Loverboy is still in one piece and being held in town jailhouse. Rebecca Lawrence is clearly afraid of something. She doesn't come across as the type that scares easily. But then, I guess she's not afraid enough to leave. She seems more worried about me. Then there's Zadok Allen, the old rummy. He was willing to talk alright. I wish I knew whether he turned to drink because of what he saw, or whether he saw things because he was drinking. The Order of Dagon, some heathen religion brought back from the South Seas by Obed Marsh, rituals on Devil's Reef. Those who wouldn't join the massacre by some kind of monsters? Or those who wouldn't join massacred by some kind of monsters in 1846? It's all so far-fetched. But what else could explain the thing that charged out from Thomas Waite's attic? If I hadn't spoken with Thomas himself, I'd be sure I was seeing things. Whatever's really going on, this gives me the creeps. Dreams are becoming stronger. I seem to spend each night in weird, fantastic landscape of dense buildings with no architecture I've ever seen. And my body in the dreams, it's so strange. I can't begin to describe it. Maybe it's some buried memory of the occult stuff I studied when I wasn't myself. And this spooky vision thing is acting up worse than ever. It used to be I could kind of see what people were thinking sometimes, but now it's going crazy. Like someone is watching me all the time, tracking me from the rooftops in the shadows. I'm so edgy I can hardly think straight. If only I could get some decent bourbon in this miserable town. I need to track down Brian Burnham fast. The sooner I get out of here, the better. I'll make an early start in the morning. Monsters
The great city of Nakotas.
Rest now, Jack. You are safe.
What was in the light, Jack?
Where do you want to go? We are your history, Jack, and your future.
I don't understand.
You will, in time.
Gilman, where have you put the outsider?
Top of the house, room 401.
Come on, let's have him.
It's a trap. Cool dream though.
There's his room. Just keep the noise down.
Here, take the keys.
Curses! It's locked. Probably bolted on the other side. He's awake in there. I can hear him moving about.
Break the door down.
Indeed, Fred, I was thinking that myself.
Quick! I seen him head.
That's your way.
Check the door.
There's gotta be another way out.
Make room, quickly! Door won't be bolted. They've got him. Outsider, don't let him get away. Stop.
This is taking too long. Gotta
Come here, you!
Yeah, I forgot about this door.
The lock on the store is broken.
Oh,
I'll have to block
yeah,
the door
yeah.
with something, and quickly.
He's climbing out the window. He's on the other side. Shoot him!
It still does that thing where the frame rate tanks when the blood's on screen.
Hold it! He's up there. After him. I see him. Don't let him get that way. Don't let him get away. He's going across the roof. He's here. Die, outsider. Who's there? What was that? Who goes there? Huh. Who's there? Hear that? Ah! What now?
I don't think that was the way they wanted you to drop down.
What was that?
Okay.
Spread out. I lost him. Who goes there?
You need a Fubert Shiart Tantrum of 50,000 Quintessence XL running Elysium's dedicated GPU accelerator drivers to have a hope in hell of displaying it at more than 3 FPS. I have to agree. And unfortunately, absolutely no one on the planet has one of those, so everyone is just stuck at 3 FPS when blood is on screen.
He's over there! Get him! He's here! Search the area! Kill him! Kick him down! Kill him!
These bullets feel scripted, or these shots feel like scripted and they don't really hurt you or something, I don't know. Does that make sense? At least I was able to get that bit through that bit first time.
Let's
lost him off the roof. He's gotta be somewhere in there. Spread out. Search the floor. He's hiding somewhere.
Yeah, they're firing blanks. When they imported their guns from California, they thought they would be, you know, the real deal, but they ended up getting Hollywood rounds. Fubert Shiart. I can't wait to be the co-founder of that company. Makes so much money, it's not even funny. That's a rhyme. That'll be the slogan for the company. These are good rats though, aren't they? Invisible treadmill. Treadmill? Treadmill. They're all on little treadmills. Look at that. Awesome. Absolutely all of them. They're all on little invisible treadmills. That is absolutely brilliant. Yeah, Fubert Shiart will put Google out of business, I think.
Lost him. Maybe the guy out somewhere. Get the front doors open. Search the alleys and streets. In the name of the Order of Dagon, find the outsider.
Shit. This order really wants me dead. I'd better watch my step.
Did you not realize that before? It's something else, isn't it? Do you remember this part? I bought Darkestville Castle today, Fred. No, I didn't.
Outsider, stop! Hold it!
See, they're firing blanks, so 3 FPS again because of not using the Hubert Shiart Tantrum 50,000 Quintessence XL.
Come here! Don't let him get away! Die, outsider!
Did I skip a cutscene there? Cutscene skip? Oh wow, this really is a speedrun. You know the cutscene he usually plays with the guy up in the
friend is dead.
On the thing?
Jesus Christ, no! You're a fool, Willie. Told you it wasn't safe in there.
Look, fella, I know you're upset, but I really need some help.
Ah, you're the outsider they're hunting tonight. You don't have a hope, stranger. The Order's mob will be everywhere you turn. Down the sewers is the only place that them folks balk at venturing. And for good cause at that, mind you.
I can cope with foul air. It'll be a change from the stink of dead fish.
You're not getting my meaning, stranger. There's rumor of real horrors in the black dankness beneath these streets. Maybe the folk with the Tain are devils. But at least they're devils of this earth. You ever hear tell of a Shaggoth, stranger?
Just tell me where I can get into the sewers.
Alright, you've been warned. Just the other side of this here building is a road leading down to the filtration plant. There's an open sewer pit down there. Good luck, stranger.
What is he doing? But yeah, it really is a speedrun. We're getting right through this. I think, Bon, it's because I'm actually playing with a slightly wider FOV. That's one of the advantages of playing with this version. So I think you see things that you're not supposed to see. You feel me?
I'm not so sure this was one of my better ideas.
What are the system requirements like for Darkestville Castle?
Don't let him escape!
A sturdy-looking metal bar.
Like, see, like, they're firing blanks. You feel me? Whoops, mistimed that. Attack of the Fishmen. While you're having heavy bleeding, you will experience a very, very low frame rate. This is because you do not have a strong enough central processor unit to run the game. Oh, I'm definitely gonna buy it. Definitely. It's gonna happen.
What the hell is all this stuff?
You know it's gonna happen.
Ah, shit! It's corrosive!
Oh, come on. That's not... I'm touching the rail. Ours the fun. Brilliant. Ah! Ah! Ah!
I don't know what I'm here.
I can already picture what the little quick review on the spreadsheet's going to be for Darkestville Castle.
What the hell is all this stuff?
Yes, Fred. You know what's going to happen. I think you would secretly love it If I started streaming it, I think you would secretly love it. You'd be like, yes, someone else is suffering this crap. No? This puzzle I don't mind. I thought this puzzle was okay. Well, you're too... Well, you're far too kind. Nope. No, I think it was like a weird cutscene plan.
It's coated in slime. I'm not touching it.
Oh. Oh, I don't know. I'm sure there's something he would hit. There has to be at least one thing he would be disgusted at. Maybe if I played like Spice World for the PlayStation 1 or something. And you're gonna be like, does that actually exist, Voddy? And I'm like, yes, Rev, that actually exists. This bit's good, I guess.
Oh, God. It's the old fisherman. Zay. This must be the Order's punishment for him talking to me. I wonder how many others have been dumped down here over the years for defying the Order of Dagon. This must be the Order's punishment for him talking to me.
Bum 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 bum. Well, I can make that happen. Tomorrow I'm gonna start streaming nothing but Fortnite, CS:GO, and Valorant, and you can't stop me. No. Okay. Can you imagine? Valorant. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I probably could if I really wanted to. I think I have changed a lot this year, to be totally honest, Fred. Do you not think so? Cool spiders. Spider crabs. This bit I bugged out or something.
The grating is loose. It hasn't been tightly fixed in place.
Yeah, I think that's the idea. You like shake the vent to make them fall.
That was too loud to be any kind of animal.
Go over to it or something.
Stop him!
But like, they suck at shooting you anyway.
Don't let him get away!
It won't open.
Spread out. Search the area.
Oh, what's that? Red? Oh, right, you mean about me? Oh dear. Hopefully it's not a bad one.
Jack, you're alive. Thank God.
Just barely. The Order has got half this blasted town on my heels.
I warned you, Jack. I told you the Order wouldn't stand to...
Save it, sweetheart. You found anything more on Brian?
He never made it out of town. The Order has him holed up in the old jailhouse until he's needed.
Needed? Needed for what?
Sacrifice, Jack. To Dagon. They'll take him out to Devil's Reef, and he'll never be seen again.
Dagon? Sacrifice? This is crazy talk.
I've never heard of this
Innsmouth's
before.
old fishing tales have muddled your mind. But I don't want another death on my conscience. Where's this jailhouse?
It's out the back of the Merchant's Bank, just past the old water tower. We better keep off the streets. The tainted are roaming everywhere. There's a secret crypt under the church that leads out to someplace safe. We can use that. My father built it when he was minister.
Okay, get your father and let's go.
I can't. I mean, he wouldn't pledge himself to Dagon. He called it blasphemy. The Order found him and...
Jeez. I'm sorry, Rebecca. Did your father ever show you how to get into this crypt?
No, but he gave me this. I think it'll help.
Found us. We have to leave now.
The church is this way. Follow me.
Yeah, the subtitles aren't 100%.
Follow me, Jack. We'll be protected inside.
Don't let him get away.
No!
What am I doing?
Blimey. So we're nearly there. Nice. Church refuge. There's no going back now. The locals want me dead, that's clear enough, and they can't afford to let me get away now. Even in the sanctuary of the church, I don't feel safe, even though it looks like Rebecca was right. They're not making any effort to break in like they did at the hotel. I'm gonna miss her. Still, at last I have a lead on Brian Burnham. Rebecca was convinced he is alive and being held at the town's jailhouse. Where is the jailhouse? According to Rebecca's directions, I need to find the Merchant's Bank and then the water tower in order to reach it. That's pretty much easier said than done, though. Most things have me pretty much trapped. Those things have me pretty much trapped in here. Eventually, one of them may think of burning the place down, or even may overcome their fear of the place and come busting in. I need to find that secret way out. Rebecca said her old man's postcard would help. I don't know how. I just hope I don't have to go back for those sewers. Through those sewers. There's something down there for sure. I thought it was just another tall tale at first, but I could feel it. That slime. It was like a trail from something not natural. What did that hick call it? A shoggoth? Shoggoth? The Order's grip on the focus of this town is strong, and they'll stop at nothing. Rebecca's murder proves that, and old Zadok. Looks like they beat him to death for talking to me. I should have left that poor Rummy alone. Wow, Tony. That's pretty funny.
Just give yourself up, outsider. The Order will have mercy on your rotten soul. You're trapped. There's no place you can run.
Did you know, Fred? Speaking of bells, speaking of bell ends, did you know if there was a legit tag team in the World Championship Wrestling called the Ding Dongs, and they were actual like bell men? I'm not joking.
There are
Actually a
markings
thing.
everywhere. It must have been down here that Rebecca's father figured out that mysterious sign.
I mean, they're not as good as Down and Out, but the Ding Dongs, like them, at least they made it to television.
It's a registry of births, deaths, and marriages in Innsmouth.
On the back of the postcard, there's this handwritten religious verse. There must be a coded message that says, "I ring the bells into thy glory, O Lord. From the lowest to the highest, and by sacrament of baptism shall I enter your secrets." The postcard must serve some other purpose. It is pierced by 4 handmade holes, each circle of a number of arrows. The number of arrows seem to sort of signify some sort of order. Well, that was back in like 1991, I think. The Ding Dongs. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, does it?
The postcard fits exactly over the plaque. I can see some of the numbers.
Do you remember this awesome puzzle from yesterday?
It appears to be some sort of code.
Is that not it?
I must have got something wrong.
I thought it was 3157. I think it's quite picky about like I think you have to let it sit for a bit and then continue to the next one. Maybe I'm doing it in the wrong way. Hold on. Let's see. That's it. Yeah.
Yes, that's it. I've cracked it. The safe holds a stone cross. There's a small stone disc here, hollowed out with the
Oh
carving
no,
of an
I've definitely
upside
never
down
done
cross.
that puzzle before. Tony the Parrot's been coming to this channel for about a year now, I think. Ever since the Blood playthrough. I know you've been following for longer, but... Hello, Blaze Kitty. Yes, indeed it is. I don't blame you for unfollowing. I'm pretty boring. So here we go, everything from this point onwards we haven't seen. So that's exciting. And it only took us 2 hours to get here. Fantastic. Whole new world. And this is where the game gets really good, probably. Maybe. Probably not. Oh, I thought he was gonna say locked. Oh. Oh. 3 frames per second, blood. Saving game. Game has been saved. Oh, that's right, Tony. Yeah. That's right, yeah. No, I don't. That was pretty funny. Do you regret it though, in hindsight?
Shit, some of the planks look weak. I better watch my step.
A little bit of platforming in this game. This game has it all, huh? Actually quite hard to do because I'm losing my mind and he doesn't walk straight. Oh. Oh no. Nice shot. If this turns out to be a rip-roaring corker and we all love it, you never know. It could happen. I mean, stranger things have happened. What if I go this way instead?
Shit, some of the planks are weak.
I guess not, then. It's very trial and error, this game, isn't it? It's very much play this sequence. You either get it right or you'll fail 5 times getting it wrong. I'm better off just reloading, because the thing's right there. I think your first follow date was probably about May 2020. That's my guess, Tony.
Some of the planks look weak. I better watch my step.
This bit's quite interesting.
Let him get away.
I don't see a clear way forward. Let's just go for it here. That didn't go too well, did it? The movement that he does when he's healing like that, it's kind of like when you get into like a new pair of trousers or something like that, you know?
Don't let him escape!
Take him down.
Oh. Oh, they broke my legs again.
Spread out, men! In the name of the Order of Dagon! Find the outsider and kill him! Spread out! Search the area! Spread out!
Oh, nice, Fred.
Search the area! Spread out!
Oh!
Search the area!
Oh! My legs! The fall damage in this game is extreme.
Spread out!
You don't really have to fall very far for you to get hurt. It's a bit ridiculous. I have to say. That's just my humble opinion.
It won't open.
Spread out!
I don't know how I feel about these drunk platforming sections.
An old grandfather clock. It stopped ticking.
To be fair, I haven't done it since I was a kid. Probably.
Hello, Jack.
Mackie, have you been tailing me?
You could say that. Drop me a line next time you're planning on taking the stealthy approach. I'll watch and take notes.
Funny. I don't get it, Mackie. What's your angle on all of this?
I already told you. I work for the government. I've got friends at the top. Friends who've invested a lot of time and dough in Innsmouth. They don't want to see their investigation set back by some private op turning up the heat with some mindless caper.
If you mean the Burnham boy, they're gonna kill him, Mackie. You know it, and I know it. I can't let that happen.
You're not thinking of breaking him out. He's just a punk, Jack.
Where's the jailhouse, Mackie?
Very well. It's your funeral. The window over there to your left looks over the jail back alley.
See you around, Mackie.
Nope, you can't talk to him again. Japanese game show? Oh boy. I mean, they have a game show for everything over there, don't they? Is that not what Takeshi's Castle already was? Jailbreak, February 8th, 1922. Early hours. Everything in this godforsaken town is out to kill me. Around every corner, some hideously tainted thug is searching. I've managed to avoid them so far, though poor Rebecca wasn't so lucky. Starting to look hopeless. Only Mackie doesn't seem to want me dead. Maybe he has an ulterior motive. His mention of investors in this town and his knowledge of the esoteric order clearly point to some level of involvement. Still, he told me where to find Brian Burnham, and he seems to pose no immediate threat. Even so, his apparent understanding of things in Innsmouth is unnerving. Am I becoming paranoid? After what I have seen and experienced, how could I know? The strain is certainly having an effect on my nerves. I'm beginning to hear and see things that can't possibly be real. I need to ignore these distractions if I want to get out of here alive. My best chance is to find Brian and break him out of the jailhouse. To do that, I'll need a plan. Jailbreak. Some say that the worst monsters reside in the imagination, and you can't read the rest because the load time is too quick. Ladders, ladders, ladders.
Did you hear that?
I didn't do anything. But see what I mean? It's very trial and error, this game.
What was that?
How can you go up the ladders without making noise? Tainted thug. Also known as Tainted Tug for all my Southern Ireland peeps.
Hold it!
He's over there.
Not him. No.
It's locked.
Must get confusing if a thug who works on a small but powerful boat is being discussed. Yes. But see, now we're back into like the pure Call of Cthulhu experience here. Trial and error. Yeah, exactly, Bon.
Probably nothing.
I don't mind trial and error necessarily, but this is not very well done. Like, this is the worst kind of stealth. The very, like, we want you to play this in a very specific way, and if you fall outside of those rules, then screw you. You're gonna die. You feel me?
Hold it!
He's over there.
I have a weapon.
Get away.
All the desk drawers are a pistol and a shotgun. At last.
I'm a killer now.
All the desk drawers are locked. A police whistle. Could prove useful.
And a crowbar.
This cabinet looks light enough to push.
It would be really cool, Fred, if we could have it so that my voice changes as well alongside the game.
I don't think I should use that right
Oh, why
now.
not?
Why don't you just go?
Deep in the
Why are you in here, Henry?
Beyond the wreath of
Henry?
sin it lies.
It's locked.
Why on it
What
lay?
crime have you committed? Has the Order charged you with anything? Tell me about the Deep Ones, Henry. Where is this lair? Is it out at Devil's Reef? What do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying. Why are you in here, Henry? Are you Burnham?
Yes. What do you want?
The name's Jack Walters. I'm a private detective. Where do they keep the keys?
Why should I trust you?
What? In case you hadn't noticed it, fella, you're in a bit of a jam here.
It could be a trap.
Are you crazy?
Stop bothering me.
It's locked.
They're gonna find you, Jack. The Order shows
It's
no
locked.
mercy.
How much ammo do I have then? Plenty. Plenty. I don't know, that's a very good question, Tony. This guy
I
apparently...
can't see any rats in here. Are you hungry? Do you want something?
Is this Battlefield Earth? What's going on here?
This doll. It must be Ramona's.
Henry.
Taking the doll would be just too weird. According to this, there have been many arrests lately, but no charges listed.
I dig on.
There's nothing of interest in the wardrobe.
But is there a way to have it so that when Mr. Walters here goes all deep, I'll go deep at the same time?
The keys to the cells. Now I can free Brian. There's nothing of interest in the wardrobe.
There's no hope there.
Hello, Powerwolf. Deeper. The increased FOV makes that look a bit strange, but...
This is the rap sheet for Henry Garrison. No charge has been listed. What crime have you...
Oh, can we not let him go? Come on.
Has the Order charged you with anything?
No, everything got moved, Tony. Sorry.
I won't take them.
No crashes, no.
Messing with the alarm would be too
Believe
risky.
it or not. So why don't these keys work?
It's unlocked.
Alright. You just need to go very, very closely.
An old ship's log, marked with the name Obed
I guess you could say so, Powerwolf, yeah. Ship's log of Captain Obed Marsh, March 6, 1823. Still en route to China, eastward from Otaheite, or Tahiti as it is also called. We have encountered an island that does not appear in our charts. I ordered the anchor dropped close inshore and we sent the longboat for fresh water and supplies. The islanders are not interested in trading for gold, of which they apparently have great quantity. I asked after its source, in the hope of setting up a mining and milling operation on shore. In response to my questioning, I was taken to a smaller island nearby and shown some stone ruins. apparently a great antiquity. The designs carved upon them are like nothing I've ever seen in all my travels. This, they say, is the city of the sea gods, who can be prevailed upon to give them gold for the asking. I suspect it is a remnant of a higher civilization, now lost. The natives evidently find gold among the ruins. I questioned the island's chief elders at length about the ruins and was answered with the retelling of legends so savage and fantastic that I wonder at them. Perhaps when the gold is secured with it, and with it my own fortune, I shall reveal the island's location and open it to scholarship. Having traded for a large quantity of gold in addition to the needed water and fresh food, we resumed our voyage. I impressed upon the crew that the need for absolute silence about this island, for if word were to get out, others would be sure to go there. Shortly before our departure, Chief Wallachia made me a gift of several small metal discs, evidently of the same workmanship as the ruins. By means of these and certain chants, he said, sea gods could be summoned and induced to bring their gifts. June 4th, 1838. Revisiting the mysterious island, we could find no trace of people with whom we had traded for so many years. Their villages are razed to the ground and no trace can be found of them. It appears that someone of our tribe has attacked and destroyed them. The men are much dismayed that we shall no longer be able to obtain gold here, unless we discover its source for ourselves. Day searching among the ruins availed us nothing, although certain of the crew were troubled by nightmares subsequently. It appears that this voyage is destined to be without profit, and we must return to Innsmouth with both hands and pockets empty. A most troubling turn of events. Town has come to rely upon us and the gold that we bring back to make up for the trade that was lost when the War of 1812 ended. What shall become of our home port now, and us along with it? August 18th, 1838. This is long, isn't it? While looking over the souvenirs and curiosities I collected on my Pacific voyages, seeking some comfort and happier memories, I happened upon the strange metal disc given to me by old Wallachia and his people. I had quite forgotten them and the stories he told about the gold-bearing gods from the sea, but now an idea is stirring within me. I do not know whether to embrace it as Innsmouth's last hope, or to conceive that desperation has driven me insane. Am I mad? The gold we brought from the island was also real enough. Perhaps the sea gods are real also. A sailor to far ports sees many strange things and learns to keep an open mind. After much effort and recollection, I have remembered that chance Wallachia taught me. Tonight I shall row out to Devil's Reef and try them, along with the discs. Perhaps the sea gods will save us, or if not, I shall acknowledge my folly and retire to the asylum. Later that night, the sea gods are real. I have seen them and spoken with them. I carry some of their gold, a token of more to come, I am sure. But the price? Yet, can any price be too high when one's home is at stake? Innsmouth shall rise again. July 23rd, 1846. This is a day of crisis for Innsmouth. I and those loyal to me have seized and thrown in jail by our pious neighbours. Ready enough to enjoy the prosperity, I have returned to the town. They scruple at the means I use, the power I wield. They must be taught a lesson. They have no idea of the powers they seek to defy. The terrible bargain I made was irrevocable, and by locking me up they bring great peril to the town. The very time that they would save from my influence, but it's too late for salvation. As surely as I know the morning tide will rise, I know that those from the reef will come to Innsmouth. They will come in search of those things, and I have been prevented from giving them. They will come to punish those who have prevented me. Oh dear, a bit of a sticky situation, isn't it? Little do the righteous dream of the horror that will visit Innsmouth this night. There will be great destruction. 1846 will be recorded in the town's annals as a year of unparalleled calamity. I shall make certain that 1846 also marks the beginning of a new age, an age in which no threat to our pact is tolerated. From this year on, I shall play the tyrant. My descendants shall do so after me, but we will do so to avert a greater evil. That was quite a big story dump, wasn't it?
What is it you're really... He's crazy. Jack. I don't think it... That's not a good idea.
You sure?
I'm not going anywhere till I know I can trust you.
Ruth Billingham gave me this.
What? This is the photograph I gave her before. Oh, damn. I've been so foolish. I'm sorry. If Ruth trusts you, Jack, then so do I. Please, hurry and get this door open.
It's unlocked.
The garage on the main street holds an old automobile. It should be able to get us clear of town.
Should be able to?
It trusts me just to make it through the patrols. Lead the way, Jack.
What way should we go?
Don't move, stranger!
Quickly, we have to get away from the jail.
I will not do as you ask. Never. I consort with the abominations.
This is it.
You can reload whenever you want in this game.
Damn it! They're not normally locked. We'll have to find another way in.
Look at these iron sights though.
Find him.
Advanced gaming. No auto reloading. I noticed when I ran out of bullets in the magazine for the pistol, I had to switch because it doesn't automatically reload. You know, if you try to keep firing, it's realistic. It's, you know, this is what actual shootouts are like. I'm sure. Yes.
That was too close. We've got to be more
Oh, I don't know. We're doing fine. Don't you worry. Stealth. Why is he running away for? You what?
He's over there.
Reload.
Got him here.
Stranger, stop!
No, this was a mistake.
Die, outsider!
Do you? It's not even a cover mechanic, it's just leaning. Well, I've only got one bullet left in the pistol. Remember when I said I've got loads of ammo? I guess I'm wrong. I don't, because I find it hard to know what I'm actually Kidding. Are these enemies respawning? Piss off, game. Is that guy not following me anymore? TZ has offered a battle with you, Fred. Yeah.
From the mess, it looks like something or someone was killed here recently. The grate's too heavy to lift with my bare hands.
Can we use this instead? We actually can.
The rotting corpse of a rat. I suppose it might come in useful.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
I think one dead rat is enough for anyone.
Hello, Abysmal John. I hope you're doing well today. I guess Jack also likes the rats more than the people, at least.
I think one dead rat is enough for anyone.
Yeah, I'm doing alright, thank you. Do you have a large snake? Oh look, we've got ammo. I like that you can just reload whenever you want in this game.
It won't open. The door's bolted shut. It's blocked. I can't go that way.
Locked.
The door's bolted shut. I can't go that way. The door's bolted shut.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I'm just being a big dumb. I guess so, Parable. You can have a custom title if you want, Abysmal John. You can let me know.
Damn it. That door won't stay open. I'll have to lead Brian in through the sewers.
Are you sure it's safe now? Come on, Jack. We need to get off the streets.
Let's go.
The streets have no cover, Jack. We'll get caught. Come on, Jack. We need to get off the streets. The doors are locked. You won't be able to get in that way.
I did not PZ, no.
The streets have no cover, Jack. We'll get caught.
What does it do?
Stop! Run! Quick!
Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's no problem, Abysmal John. Can you message me that on Discord or something? No, you don't need to join the Discord. Just just a message is fine.
Let's go, Jack.
It's just it will help me remember.
Shit, they've spotted us.
Got him here.
There's actually a problem with YouTube. I can't get my YouTube account connected to my Twitch account. And a lot of people are having the same issue, so it's not just me. So I did. I said, did you know if Fallout 3 got a new update? And I said no, it didn't. What did it do? Well, now you don't need games for Windows Live. Did it not have that before? That's amazing that they kept it in for so long. I'm gonna reload. I don't know. Should I reload here or should I reload there? Here, I guess. Because I'm just doing the same thing again. I don't like this, by the way. I think this is kind of awful. This one. Yeah, that's fine. Enjoy, Abysmal John.
Are you sure it's safe now? Come on, Jack. We need to get off the streets.
Search everywhere.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that it's taken them so long to, I'll stay hydrated for you, thank you. Yeah, I just can't believe that it took them so long to remove Game from Windows Live from Fallout 3. Like, they even did it for GTA 4 faster than that, you know? And you know what Rockstar are like. Yeah, that's crazy. Better late than never, I guess. I guess for this bit, they...
Come on, Jack. We need to get off the streets.
Isn't it better if the drag him free this way?
What are we still doing here?
Maybe later.
Brian, you are annoying. I agree. No.
Run, quick!
Why is he running out?
That was too close.
Come.
We've gotta be more careful.
Come here.
What the hell was that? Streets have no cover, Jack. We'll get caught. Nice work, Jack.
Does he come? Yeah, he does. Ah, I'm kind of impressed by that. It's like Kingpin. Certain elements of this game actually remind me of Kingpin. That being one of them.
There's something wrong down here. Is sickening. Something It smacks of more than just sewage.
You can say two things at once. That's pretty impressive.
The rotting corpse of a rat. I suppose it might come in useful.
What the hell was that noise? Oh, let's not linger here, Jack.
What's happening to me?
Bravo, Jack. Congratulations on your new promotion to Innsmouth's enemy #1.
Shut your trap, Mackie. You're not a factory inspector. Who do you work for?
Okay, detective. I'll come clean. I'm an undercover agent for the United States Treasury Department.
Wow.
We've been working closely with the FBI on a secret investigation of Innsmouth. I'm the inside man.
Really? What have you been able to find out?
The Innsmouth look, Jack. It's at the heart of the problems in this town. More than half the population must be infected by now. The spreading of that contagion, or whatever the hell you want to call it, is the key. I just know it.
This is all very interesting, fellas, but we gotta get out of Innsmouth with Ruth.
She's waiting for us at some old fishing cannery, just past the station to Rowley.
Listen, Jack. There are some agents watching the road not far past that spot. If you can make it there, you'll be safely picked up.
I need you to do something for me. You can do it while I get this thing started. When they arrested me, they took a brooch I was carrying. It belonged to Ruth. It carries her picture inside. I won't leave it behind.
Are you crazy? We don't have time for this.
They'll be holding it in the jail office safe.
I don't know the combination.
I overheard Ropes talking to one of the other guards. He said something about an important date, and someone called Captain Obed Marsh.
If you want to get in through the back door, just knock, and I'll open it for you.
Interesting. Oh no. I accidentally alt-tabbed, and you know what happens when I alt-tab? I just saw everyone FFA, and I was like, oh, I'm going to join that, and then I realised I shouldn't do that for this game. Oh, brilliant. Red will win, we'll see, we'll see. I have to do that. It's not too bad. Not too much, I need the replay. Wow. You actually won, pieces?
The stench here is sickening. There's something wrong down here. Smacks of more than just sewage.
The rotting corpse of a rat. I suppose it might come in useful.
What manner of creature makes such a sound?
Bravo, Jack. Congratulations on your new promotion to Innsmouth's enemy #1.
I can't skip this, unfortunately.
Shut your trap, Mackie. You're not a factory inspector. Who do you work for?
Okay, detective. I'll come clean. I'm an undercover agent for the United States Treasury Department. We've been working closely with the FBI on a secret investigation of Innsmouth. I'm the inside man.
Really? What have you been able to find out?
The Innsmouth look, Jack. It's at the heart of the problems in this town. More than half the population must be infected by now. The spreading of that contagion, or whatever the hell you want to call it, is the key. I just know it.
This is all very interesting, fellas, but we gotta get out of Innsmouth with Ruth.
She's waiting for us at some old fishing cannery, just past the station to Rowley.
Listen, Jack. There are some agents watching the road not far past that spot. If you can make it there, you'll be safely picked up.
I need you to do something for me. You can do it while I get this thing started. When they arrested me, they took a brooch I was carrying. It belonged to Ruth. It carries her picture inside. I won't leave it behind.
Are you crazy? We don't have time for this.
They'll be holding it in the jail office safe.
I don't know the combination.
I overheard Ropes talking to one of the other guards. He said something about an important date, and someone called Captain Obed Marsh.
If you want to get in through the back door, just knock, and I'll open it for you.
I think Fred would know. I wouldn't get into an argument with Fred over how Twitch bots work, considering he made one himself. I think that's a battle you're not going to win.
The government must have known about Innsmouth for a long time. Why the sudden interest?
A few years back, some new hotshot was made head of the FBI. His name's Hoover. He's on a personal mission to wipe crime from this country. He's a good agent. Just don't tell him any jokes. You've got guts, Jack. You'd have made a good agent.
I don't know the combination to the safe.
I reckon on it being a date.
A dead rat. Do you want?
Something to do with that.
Do you want my rat?
Marsh.
I think it is this dip. But I don't know.
It won't open.
I think that's the most, what's the word? The one that stands out the most. But how is that going to work on the safe is a different matter, isn't it? Stealth kill, are you ready? It actually worked.
Come here.
Here's another one.
Prepare to die.
Not really.
Come here.
I think it kind of stinks that they don't drop ammo.
Prepare to die. Don't let it get away.
Welcome back, Harvey. This is peak gaming. Something like that.
The cabinet is still
It's
in the way.
nuts. Let's see.
I must have got
Would
something
you
wrong.
shut up? I should probably heal.
That's not right.
I actually solved the puzzle. And now I'm a fish monster.
This must be Roof's
You're absolutely
brooch.
correct, Harvey. I'm just a
Nothing else in
big
the
idiot.
safe seems of value.
Maybe he's got away.
Don't be talking foolish. Maybe hiding somewhere. There's no chance of that. Marsh has got men watching all roads out of Innsmouth.
I think it's a bit ridiculous though that we've had 3 safe puzzles. Can they not come up with anything else now?
Brian, it's me. Open up.
Better safe than sorry. Yeah, that's what all great game designers say.
I'm still not done with the car yet, Jack.
No problem, Fredster.
Here it is.
Thanks, Jack. Ruth would have been heartbroken if I'd lost it. I'll be done in just a second. Hold on. I'm finished. Get in the back. I know the way.
No problem. Yep. Correct.
Jack, I think I saw some ammo in the back of the truck.
Well, that's
We'll need
convenient.
it.
Saving game. I did drop about 3,000 frames though,
Get us out of here.
for some reason.
Hold on, Jack.
To what?
I don't know when, I just noticed it there now.
Get ready, Jack.
It might, you know the little color down at the bottom of OBS? It's playing up a bit.
Jeez, Brian, watch the road. Get us the hell out
I
of
might
here
need to
now.
stop streaming. Is anyone watching this?
Great. Hurry the hell up, Brian. Is it too pretty back here?
Stream, how is it? It looks bad on my end. It seems to be having issues. Really? You know the little color down at the bottom of OBS? It's going from like green to yellow to like orange sometimes. It's just going up and down.
Get us out of here.
Hold on, Jack.
To what? Whoa!
Get ready, Jack.
Yeah, I guess you're correct in that regard.
Jeez, Brian, watch the road. Get us the hell out of here now.
great. Hurry the hell up! Not sitting too pretty back here.
They're coming this way!
I wonder why that's happening. See, it's fine now. Everything's all green when you're on the black screen. But it's just dropping frames a lot. I don't know. I guess we'll leave it there. Hopefully it didn't happen too much before we got to that stage. Yeah, I just dropped more frames there. I don't know. I guess I'll like just end it there. A little bit shorter stream. I'll go and like reset the router and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll leave it there. The game is mostly working at least. I know. Alright, no problem. Shame it's on a little bit of a sour note, but yeah, we managed to get 3 hours out of it anyway. And yeah, I should be back again tomorrow. So yeah, thanks everyone. And I'll see you guys again soon. Let me just quit the game. I mean, it makes no difference if you alt-tab anyway, let's be honest. Because alt-tabbing is a good way to quit the game in this. Just quickly check if there's anything happening. Okay. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Yeah, hopefully that's not a persistent issue with the internet. Hopefully it's just one of those things where you need to turn it off and on, and turn it off and on again, and it will be fine. But yeah, thanks everyone. Yeah, it should be on tomorrow. I'm not hating the game as much as I was last night. High praise, I know. So yeah, see you guys. Hello, Macaroni. Bye bye, Macaroni. See ya.